Hey folks, Kilt-Man here. Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Hope you're all doing better than I am. It's too hot and the heat's really getting me down now. Really getting me down. And it's boiling hot today. I've just got back in after a big dog walk, which I'm going to tell you about. But the thing is, the last sort of 24 hours haven't been good. No, things have happened. Things which wouldn't bother anybody else, but they're bothering me. And so I've not been in the best of moods. Now, you guys all know me. I'm the happiest, jolliest of souls, which kind of leads you to now suspect that this story is not going to be the happiest and jolliest of stories, is it? No, it isn't. No. I went out last night to the pub, my local, and it had been a weird old day. I'd done a big video as well, and everything was all hunky-dory, fantastic, great. Goes out to kind of relax and just, chill me beans a wee bit, and a few whiskies and a pint of Trooper, Iron Maiden's Trooper, Iron Maiden's own beer, Trooper, it's gorgeous. So I'm sitting there, and I had my earphones in, which I would always suspect that to anybody passing by, oh, there's the Kilt-Man, he's got his earphones in, he's listening to music, so let's leave him alone. I don't believe that's, some kind of hidden code you've got to decipher, but apparently people around here don't seem to understand that. When I walk in and I see somebody on their own and they're reading a book, happens, people in the pub do read books and papers and stuff, they're on their phone normally, but I'll walk in and everyone knows me and I know everybody else and I go, hey, and I'll just walk in and I'll get me drink. Bit of banter at the bar, and if I'm in the mood for yakety yak with the people at the bar, if you're standing at the bar, it kind of means you're amenable to everybody. You kind of like, people come in that side, they come in that side, they're at the bar, they're ordering, how you doing, blah, 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 and that's great. That's all very convivial and social, and that's what I love about the pub. But occasionally there's times when I don't want to really involve myself with anybody else's stories and their daily blah, blah, blah. I'm not interested. I'm trying to do my own thing. Doesn't mean I'm unhappy. It often means I just want my own bit of time. Usually when I've done a video, I'm then doing a bit of housekeeping. So I'm on my phone and I'm dicking about on my phone, but I've got my earphones in and I'm listening to music. Got me drinky poos, I'm happy. And a lot of the time, people kind of go, oh yeah, he's doing his housekeeping. That's what he said last time I interrupted him and he snarled at me, so don't go near him. No one got the hint last night. Fucking nobody. And, when people come over to you and then tell you that they've just been to Scotland and they tell you that, they then regale you with the tale of the Battle of Culloden. I wear a kilt. I'm the Kilt-Man. I've got Scottish blood. My dad's family is Scottish. I've done loads of stuff about all of this. I've got claymores. And the people that talk to me are the guy that was telling me about the Battle of Culloden. He knows I know all this. So why the fuck was he telling me? And I was just, it's one of those where I had my earphones in and he plonked himself in front of me. He pulled up a chair and sat down in front of me at my little table where I was, doing my own thing, minding my own business. And, well, there's the Kilt-Man. Oh, I must tell him this. Fuck whatever Kilt-Man's doing at the time. I'm going to tell him something he already knows. This went on for quite some time. And I'll be honest, I put up with a lot of shit. Because I'm that happy, jolly soul, aren't I? But I put up with a lot of this crap. And sometimes my patience threshold is just depleted. I just suddenly, I can't make it any more apparent to someone. When you start yawning in someone's face, they're going blah 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 blah. Oh, and then people see the battle in the clouds. Yeah. Been there, heard all this, know the story inside out. Why are you telling me this now? Can you not see these earphones? These earphones, I know the hair tends to cover it, but they kind of hang down, and it's a great big thing, the little wire. This went on for ages. And in the end, I was just kind of like, and the foot is tapping. Yeah, you're going to get to the point of this. Oh, Kilt-Man, I can see you're busy. I'll let you carry on with your music. What you've just noticed, about a good half hour of all this diatribe of waffly bullshit, which is what this video is all about. Because my video right now is tantamount to waffling bullshit. But anyway, so he gets the hint and off he goes. So now, right, can I just resume my time? I've got my drinks here, I've listened to all that. Right, go back on my playlist. Job done, right. I hear that chair scrape again across the wooden floorboards as somebody else plonks their big fat ass down and then talks out of their facial ass at me with other stories which I don't need to know and don't care about. And really, did I invite you? Are you going to say your piece? Then you move up and someone else comes in? Because that became the format for the evening, which ruined my night. And then the band was setting up as well, which I had said to Mrs. Kilt-Man, don't worry, I won't be out late. I will not be there for the band. Don't want to be there for the band. But when there's a band on in this particular boozer, the Cask, a lot of you knew where I was alluding to. A lot of people come in when the bands are on. And the bands are on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so you see all the same faces then. And they're quite a good crowd. When you're in the mood to be in the pub, watching, listening to and dancing to the band, then that's great. But they'll come and they're all like, hey, big party fucking revelers, whoa. Oh, there's Kilt-Man, oh, shit. I hadn't even realised how much time had gone by listening to all the bullshit. And I'd even, after the second guy's endless fucking incessant bullshittery had finally ebbed away, I'd snuck off and gone to the bar and got more drinks. Big mistake, because then I've got more drinks on the table and I am not going to just fucking throw them down my neck. Just pay good money for that out of my overdraft and money I haven't got. And and then all these come in, hey, and like someone plants their fucking lips on me and I'm like, ordinarily I'd be made up, but I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. Can you not see by my face I'm not in the mood? And the band's all setting up. I was meant to be out and back at the mansion before all that began. And then the band begins and like, oh no, I don't want to do this. And I go, Kilt-Man, hey, Kilt-Man. Oh, we're going to have a great time tonight. And people are taking pictures already of the Kilt-Man. So in the end, I did boom, a large whiskey, boom, a large whiskey. And I got another pint as well. And I had to like, you can't quite boom, boom a pint. I know people that can. I know people just go, they get a pint of lager or a pint of bitter or a pint of Guinness. Because Guinness it's silky smooth, goes down so well. I have to fucking chew it. And they go on like, they go with a pint, they can go, what? They just open the gullet and a whole lot's gone. They go, another one. You're like, fuck that. I can do it with whiskey, but I can't do it with a pint. A pint is all that fluid going into you. I used to drink pints all the time. Now I struggle with a pint. So a pint is like a big delight for me now. So if I get a pint of real ale, like Trooper, or a Foster's, or any other lagers that are available, and they're all shite as well. But on a hot day like today, that's kind of what you want, really. Whiskey is not a hot day drink. You just don't. It goes straight to your head completely. And I drink whiskey all the time, as you know. He says, reaching down for his new bottle of Kenmore. It's only a blend, but you know, no, it's not bad though. Cheers, y'all. So, you know, I can throw whiskies down my neck, but pints, no, I'll take my time with it because it's save it. It's a long drink. But anyway, I found myself having to thump thump with the whiskies and then partial thump thump. Glug glug. Oh god, took a while. Band was starting, and like the band even said to me as I'm walking out, you know, on the mic, "Oh, Kilt-Man's in the mood. Kilt-Man's on his way." That took monumental self-restraint not to pick a table up and hail it at them. That was last night. I wakes up hot and sweaty because the night's been really muggy and clammy. Again. But no, I'm not in a bad mood. You shouldn't have to tell yourself, I am not in a bad mood. Because if you've got to enforce that, that kind of means that you kind of are in a bad mood. So the dregs, the hangover of my bad mood was still there. But the morning went reasonably well. Now, I wasn't meant to be walking the dog today, but circumstances have altered, so I ended up walking the dog. It wasn't my day to walk the dog. And I thought, I tried to time it right, because the weekend, you've kind of got, there's a lot of people that walk their dogs at certain times, and there's a lot of cantankerous owl bastards, owl biddies. That's old women with little yappy bastards. And they carry big sticks as well. Not the little yappy bastards, but the yappy fucking old crone who is the owner. And they're known, they're all characters. I get on with most of them. As it turns out, I get on with most of them, surprisingly. But they hate anybody else who's got a dog. And there was warding off the dog. There's one, Audrey, or Ord as she's known. She goes in the fucking cemetery about 3 times a day with her little fucking scraggy little ass thing called Buster. And she's full of shit as well. No, not Buster. But this Ord, she makes up shit all the time. Oh, I was attacked the other night. No, you weren't. She got a story in the local press be over a year ago. She said that someone, a bloke with 2 greyhounds, did a roundhouse kick on her and booted her dog Buster over the grave. It's the graveyard, obviously. It's complete bullshit, as everybody will tell you. She made the whole thing up, but it actually made the news on the local radio, the local TV news as well, and in the Liverpool Echo, the big Merseyside paper. And it's complete and utter bullshit. She had an altercation with a guy, but because he just stood his ground, because her dog Buster will run at other dogs, row, 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 row. And most dogs, they're not bothered. But she'll go, oh no, your dog went for my... No, your dog just ran. I've seen this happen. And it's done it to mine. Only she seems to get on with me and my dog. And when Mrs. Kilt-Man takes the dog out, Mrs. Kilt-Man keeps the dog on the lead, our husky. But you get the same, whether it's Janet or whether it's me. That's Janet, by the way, is Mrs. Kilt-Man, in case people don't pick up on that name. I don't tend to call her by that name very often. She's Mrs. Kilt-Man. And she should be proud of it. When you meet Ord, she will tell you again and again, oh, Buster doesn't like huskies, he's been bitten. And this story will change. He's been bitten 3 times, now been bitten 6 times. He's been bitten by a husky. And you always go, well, not this one. Oh no, your fella's friendly. Your fella, it's a girl, the big pink fucking name tag, bone-shaped name tag with Roxy on it. Fucking girl dog. No little fucking lipstick between its legs. Dogs doodahs. And my dog, doesn't give a toss about Buster. And Buster will go, yeah. Oh, he's a bit afraid. Fuck off. Your dog's gone for mine again, and my dog's just luckily ignoring it. If she wanted to, she'd fucking devour it in a second and just spit the tail back at this old bastard. And so you get this. So today when I took the dog out, I thought, you've got to time it right, or Ord won't be in there. However, what was in there? It's a Sunday, and in the middle of that graveyard is the Russian Orthodox Church. Lovely, it's fantastic, and the people are great. And but they leave the doors open, and the dog runs in. And inside, I don't know if you've ever been inside one of these things. I mean, I don't know anything about religion at all, but I do know churches. And inside this, I helped to restore this church as well. About, is it 10 years ago? Helped to restore that church. Did a lot of charity work for it, and it's got lots of gold and brass in there. and lots of ornaments. But everything is set on like a pedestal, a gold or brass or copper pedestal or silver, and ornate sort of, I don't know, decorations and candles and lanterns and things. But the dog runs in, and they're all there, and they're like, oh, it's the husky dog. And next thing you know, a guy, usually with no top on in this weather, this would be me, a guy in a kilt and no top comes hurtling in after the husky, and it's like fucking Benny Hill, you know, running around, my God, Keystone Cops all over the show, and she's skittling these candlesticks, and I'm trying to put them back and put the candles back on, and I'm all these goblets on the side, you know, and I'm trying to put them all back on, and everyone's guffawing, and even the guy, the minister, the whatever you call them, priest, I don't know what they're called, the guy at the front doing his thing, you know, big beard on him and all that, like, and he's like, oh. Anyway, so today we walked in the cemetery, and straight away I thought, oh shit, because the main drive you go in, you can see straight up there, because the main drive has this Greek Orthodox church right smack bang in the middle of it, and it forms like a roundup. People drive around it, like, and beyond it is the War Monument, which you often see me do videos on, and I'm sitting on that. And anyway, fucking doors open to this Russian Orthodox church. Should we be allowing Russians, no matter Orthodox or unorthodox, should we be allowing this kind of behaviour? What they're doing to Ukraine? Yeah, of course. The Russian people are sound. But doors open and there's loads of cars. It's a service on. I managed to distract the dog just long enough so she didn't see it. But I'm keeping an eye on the door and keeping an eye on the dog. What I didn't notice down one of the paths was a young family pushing prams, and the mothers. There was like two mothers there, both who were still heavily pregnant, but yet more of their brood. And they had about 20 kids around them. And even with my earphones in, oh, can you stroke your dog? I hadn't even noticed them. Normally I'm like, oh, it's kids, you know, little kids. Roxy will go and say hello to little kid. Well, anyone. She'll say hello to anybody, like. But little kids, you know, because she's boisterous, and she's never done this. But I always had in the back of my mind, she might knock them flying, you know, just by saying hello. And it's never happened. But I always have this fear. And so, oh shit! And I couldn't get the dog. And I went, oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you can stroke the dog. And Roxy was wonderful. She was great. But these people wouldn't leave us alone then. Oh, can I stroke it now? Oh, can I? It's about fucking 20 kids. And these two big, fat, heavily pregnant women pushing prams. And Roxy wants to go and have a sniff inside the pram. Why? Because babies smell of shit. And dogs love the smell of shit. So that she's sticking her nose in there, like, and then, oh, look what she's doing. She's give the baby a kiss. And I'm like, yeah, Rock, trying to get the dog away. All right, can I get on now? Can I go? And I was conscious of the fact that I've been walking with these people and my entire trajectory had changed. So I was now on another path. And when I turned around and these had turned off on the path I was on, there was these two old Cockney women. One of whom's great, one of whom is absolutely sound, but they're mates and they travel together. They dog walk together. The one that is one I don't get on with. Yeah, this other one is there as well. And these two women have both got little yappy bastard dogs. Little things with fucking bass baritone fucking barks. You know, just like, raw, raw. I was like, what the hell? How are you doing that? You haven't got the lungs to produce that kind of noise. And they're twats. And they don't like my dog. And one of the Cockneys is sound. She's actually great. I know her name, but I've forgotten it. But the other one, do you remember in the Muppets, you had Sam the Eagle. Looks like Sam the Eagle. Only with Gordon Ramsay crags all over its face. So you imagine that with Gordon Ramsay crags, and that's can't crack a smile because the world would just erupt in volcanoes and lava. And she's like, oh, I don't like your dog. Only in a quirky Cockney accent. I was going to try and do that, can't do it. I don't fucking like your fucking dog. It's no. That was too fucking, I don't know. But anyway, to EastEnders that. So I've just run smack bang into them. Shit. And because my dog doesn't give a shit and just veers off. But these two dogs are, no, see, look at that. It's so aggressive, your dog. What? And then this fucking craggy faced old fucking Sam the Eagle picks their dog up like that. Oh, protect it. I said, your dog just went for mine. Your dog went for mine. My dog's actually walking away, and your dog is still barking and going for mine. Yeah, your dog's aggressive. My dog's not aggressive, but I'm suddenly getting very aggressive. And the other one's going, oh, it's all right. Oh, you know what she's like? Oh. But her dog's going fucking yeah as well. Like, fuck that. So, managed to get the dog. Well, my dog was already going away. We turned another corner. So now I'm aware that these are in the cemetery, so your paths could cross again. And then, right, Roxy, you okay? So I gave it a treat, gave it a little Grady bone, gave her one of those. Lovely. They are lovely, actually. I've tried them. And nice to dip them in your tea. And so we turned another corner again. And who's coming up the path then? Oh, Christ. It's Kobe. Kobe is a husky Malamute wolf dog cross thing. He's about 3 or 4 times the size of Roxy. He's the same age as Roxy. And the two of them have known each other since they were pups. And but he's white, he's pure white. And he's big. But he's not aggressive, but he's boisterous, and he does body slams, you know, and when he's off the lead, and he plays with Roxy. The two of them are wrestling and giving it loads and fighting all over the place. But it's all fun and games. But he will do damage. He swings his ass around, boosh, and he'll knock people flying because he's just this fucking tyrant. And so I saw them, but the dog isn't the problem. It's the guy walking him. He was like, he's got long white hair, and he's a bit like his dog, and he speaks under his breath, and he never looks at you. He looks under, you know, heavily lidded eyes, and he speaks under his breath. And he can be stuck with him for hours because the dogs are playing. And I was like, Jesus Christ, do I need this now as well? Are you fucking kidding me? So like, look, we haven't got time for this now, like, but the dogs are playing. Oh God! So I grabbed the dog by the harness. Like, we're walking on. We're going to the pub. So we veered off again, and we veered off directly into the path of an older couple who've got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 little yappy cunts who all en masse went for Roxy. And in my mind, I'm thinking, that Cockney bitch is just down the way, and she's going to hear that. And she'll, look, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, geezer? Yeah, that fucking ASCII has gone on fucking course from fucking trouble all over fucking again. No, you can hear what it's doing. That went Australian then. And but Roxy again wasn't asked. She's the most placid thing going, doesn't give a shit, you know. And like, but these things, and the couple will go, oh, we're so sorry. It's this one. This one just doesn't like bigger dogs. Small dog syndrome, and starts kicking off. And when she kicks off, all the other ones kick off. And I'm like, yeah. All right, fucking great. You can imagine now. I mentioned volcanoes before. I was getting to volcano level, and I managed to get the dog. Well, the dog was walking off, but these things were going and barking and yipping at it. We turned another corner. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's this other old buzzard who, she's great, but she won't shut up. And she said, oh, Kilt-Man. Oh, you've let me down today. You let me down. How have I let you down today? What, by breathing? She went, you've kept your top on. I said, well, look, we're going to the pub. Oh, it's hotter than you thought, isn't it? It is hotter, yeah. It's too hot for the vest, isn't it? You dirty old bitch. You'll be taking my top off so you can ogle my man boobs. Fuck you. Roxy, we're moving off. So off we went again. And we end up at the War Monument. And we sit there. And it was great. She finds a little shady bit with the trees. There's a little patch of shit. She's sitting there, and I'm sitting on the monument, but I'm in the sun. That's great. Music's playing, calming down. It's a crossroads. You're at the top of the main drive. So you come in the main gates, you will first encounter that Russian Orthodox church, and you can go round, well, with you one way, but you can go round that, and then it goes up again, war monument, and you can drive around that as well. But there's about 4 or 5 different paths which will just coincide there, and I'm sitting there. Some of you already know what's going to happen here. Every single one of these motherfuckers that I've just met converge. Luckily for me, I suppose Kobe was there, and none of them like Kobe because he's such a he's deemed as being aggressive, which he's not at all, because he's so big and he's so boisterous, and he does that hip, he swings his back end round and it will knock you flying. I've been skittled by him a couple of times, just been doing this boosh back end swivel. So they're all there, and all these little yappy fuckers are giving it loads, and all these old biddies, different fucking accents. And you got this other couple who did say sorry that their dog started it. They were going, oh well, my dog just doesn't like big dogs, and once she starts, you know, and it's just this convergence of agitation and anger, and I'm right in the middle of it, the eye of the storm. And I'm really, really fucking not happy at this stage. I wanted to fucking slot the entire lot of them and force feed their dogs down their fucking throats. Eat this fucking thing, eat it. I know, you bastards, ruin my day. So I managed to get the dog away, and I was actually really good. You'd be impressed. I didn't actually swear at all. I just went like that, and me and the dog cut through the crowd and headed back down the main drive. Right back to the Russian Orthodox Church, whose doors were still open. And I forgot about that. The dog went straight into the fucking church! Oh, God, no! But the service is finished, but everyone was still there. There's tons of cars. There's about 100 people in there, you know. And they have food as well. They have food at these things. They're trolleys with all butties and cakes, all Russian, fantastic, you know, curious foods. And my God, the dog's straight in there, and she's rifling stuff off this trolley, and then the guy in the kilt comes legging it in, and they're all like, oh, yeah. And there was a woman, the actual guy in charge, the minister, the priest, whatever you call it, he was in the background laughing. But the woman on the front door ran in after me, and she went, you're perfectly welcome, she said. Perfectly welcome. The dog's causing fucking bedlam. The candlesticks are going over, I'm trying to catch them all. Oh dear God, it's a fucking nightmare. Managed to get her out of there. And she'd snaffled a load of food, so she's happy anyway. Right. We're going to the pub. Let's do this now. So, on the way up to the pub, I encounter somebody else. Now, I'm not going to say what her name is or what she does, but because she'll be watching this video, and I did not want to speak to her at all. Oh no, I couldn't be bothered. And she got a dog with her as well. And I saw her and I thought, right, Roxy, we're fucking moving. Let's sprint now. So the two of us are sprinting, and it's dead hot out there. And the dog just wants to sit down in a shady spot. So she sat down by a bench. We're almost out in the cemetery. We're almost in the park. And come on, gotta go. But I thought we put some distance between me and this other person. And I just looked over my shoulder. Oh no, we hadn't. Barreling down to almost like she'd been sprinting as well. So I'm like, right, get the dog. Fucking ran, went through the gates into the park. Don't look back. They're gonna run. And the dog's saying, what's wrong with you, Dad? And she's like, I don't want to run. It's too hot for me to run. I'm covered in fur. You not notice that? I should live in the Arctic wastes. And we get to one of the top gates to go out on the street. And we get there, and a chance to look over my shoulder. This thing's she's right behind me. What the fuck was she after? Did she think it was some kind of game? Oh, fucking... I didn't even let on. I didn't even wave or nothing like that. out the gate, fucking sprinted round, onto the main road, down the road, turn right, went to the Telegraph. Telegraph on a Sunday. Roast dinners. Oh, God. But the front door's open, so you go straight in straight to the bar. Wasn't drinking whiskey. Too hot for whiskey, remember I said? So, gets a pint of Foster's. And we go outside because there's bowls of water outside for it in the big beer garden. How many people are out there eating dinners? Loads. So the dog is fucking all over there. Oh, look at the husky. I am drenched in sweat. I'm at fever pitch now. Just want to drink. Quietly, on my own. No one's to bother me. But the dog's working against me now. And everyone's, oh, isn't the husky lovely? Oh, does she like roasties? For fuck's sake, And they try to give her a little, gingerly give her a roasty. The dog just ignores that and just leaps on people's tables. Faces in all the plates. The tongue comes out from 20 yards away. Fucking licking plates clean. Oh my God. Wolf the pint down. And you know how hard that is for me to do. So I thought, okay, right. Well, we're going to do the circuit now, obviously. We're going to go down the road to Bootleggers, which shouldn't be open. Bootleggers is an American-style cafe restaurant, which is fantastic. Big shout out to them guys. Food's amazing. He's from New York, the guy who runs it, and she's from around here. But she went over there with him, and they opened up a place over there. But in New York, everyone's got a restaurant like that. Every other establishment is one of these. So you're competing just too many people. So they went up sticks, moved over here, and they're the only one of its kind over here. So they're going great guns. And they love Roxy. So Roxy always sits outside there, and they give her food, and they come up with sausages and bacon and beef and chicken, and she's fucking made up, isn't she? And but it's not normally open on a Sunday. No, fuck me. It was open today, wasn't it? Doors wide open. There's all people sitting outside, all plates everywhere. I am not in the mood for this. I thought, the dog doesn't know what day it is. So, but she's used to the phrase, it's closed, it's shut, it's closed, it's shut. And they drag it away. But it wasn't shut or closed. It was unbelievably open. But they were busy, so I had to drag it away, and she's getting out the harness. So we turn up. I've got a couple of pouches, and I've got I don't mean these, but on my belt, and I've got treats in them, so I get some treats and leather away. We then, the cask. So we're going to go in the cask, which is our favourite pub, and she loves it there. Loads of bowls of water. Everyone knows it, everyone loves it. There's all treats in jars behind the bar as well. Wonderful. We can spend all day there. We have done in the past. But today, the day of all days, it's a big charity day. Oh yes. Remember I mentioned charity before? And I've done lots of charity. I've climbed mountains for charity. I've run here, there and everywhere for charity. I've done lots for charity. But today, I'm not really in a very charitable mood. But we get there anyway. And this is where I was last night, where things weren't going according to plan. And I forgot about this charity thing. And pretty much from when doors open, and it's all day long, they've got bands playing, they've got acts on, they've got all sorts of stuff going on. And it's chock-a-block. Roxy, who's lying here right now, right beside me, she just wants to go straight in there. But as we broach the entrance, we're coming up from the side of the pub, coming down the road, and I could hear sounds of, over my earphones, the sound of revelry and merriment. Oh, okay, that's I kind of thought it'd be quiet at this stage. How wrong you were, Kilt-Man. How wrong again? There's about 60 people outside, and most of them I don't know. They've come especially for this. What's the first thing I hear? A great big contingent of blokes there, and there's me and the husky coming down, and they saw me, and then straight away, Kilt-Man, and almost in unison, I knew what was coming, and it was Och I the New. They got as far as Och, and then I unleashed what has to be the most satisfying fuck off I've ever issued in my life. Okay, fuck off! Right, fucking barreled into them. Fuck off. Not saying I'm proud of that, but it was coming. You guys knew it was coming. You can sympathise, I'm sure, but I was not in the fucking mood for it. And the dog, of course, had other ideas. No, Dad, I'm going in because there's bowls of water in there. I could see it was chock-a-block in there. I could hear there was a band playing as well. I wasn't going to fight to get to the bar with her, and everyone's like, oh, it's just fucking too much shit. So I had to try and drag her away. I ended up fighting with her outside the fucking pub. She's trying to get out that. She's like fucking David Blaine or Harry Houdini. She's getting out of the harness by doing that reverse manoeuvre. They're very good at it. Escapologists, Huskies. So I had to grab her by the harness and like literally put my hand, fold her tail around her back end and just scoot it down the road. You want to attach a saddle to that? Gets home, gets this, gets onto you guys, and I'm going back. Oh yeah, I'm going back. And I'm going back in, I was going to say a really bad mood. I'm not now. I've actually cheered up quite a lot. Just by getting it off my chest, venting my spleen, you know, because I was terribly vexed, you know, before. And I was determined to go back, you know, and just like, okay, all right. By the way, I want to be on my own. So bring it on, motherfucker. Let's see. I'll probably go back and have a great time now. Oh, you in a bad mood before, weren't you? Oh, I blame that dog of yours. My dog? You're blaming my dog? Cheers, y'all. So, just wanted to get that out there that, you know, sometimes life does throw not just one spanner in the works. It throws an entire, you know, toolbox into the works. There, go and sort that out. Try and deal with that. Obstacle, hurdle, obstacle, cowpat, dog shit, unexploded bomb. All these things will be thrown in your way and you've got to steer a course through all that. And it really is a test. It's a fucking test. And there's always this thing in my mind about, you know, you're meant to, you know, pay it forward, do something good for somebody. And I always try to do that every day by being nice to someone, making conversation. I've said this a lot on the channel as well, and I'm a massive advocate of that. But sometimes life just makes that so fucking difficult to do, you know, and it's not of your doing. It's an escalation of events. I don't know. And there's this other thing as well, that with strangers, you should always entertain strangers. Because, you know, unawares, you may have actually been entertaining angels. I've heard this line a lot. But even though I don't believe in angels and that kind of stuff, but I always think, you know, you never know. If you pay it forward, that guy or that woman that you've just entertained come completely strange to you, and you've made their day, you've entertained them and given them a bit of a story or listened to their stories. At some point, they may find themselves in a position where they can help you and you actually need their help, and they'll remember that you gave enough of your time for them. So I'll just leave you with that direct irony there. Anyway, I'm going back to the pub because I fucking earned it. I don't want to sit here drinking my own whiskey. I want to go and have a bevy and maybe loosen up a bit. And then I do another video saying like, wow, what a great day. I met a secret millionaire, an undercover millionaire, and I made his day, and now he's made me a millionaire. Well, we'll see. Folks, I have been always shall be Kilt-Man. I will always regale you with life's incessant bullshittery and hopefully put a comedic spin on things. Because my day's not been good, but you know, at least that was my day. If I've suffered that, if I've took that on my shoulders, then at least you haven't had to put up with it. Apart from in this video. I don't think this video counts as paying it forward, does it? This is just a self-exorcism that I've just done here. Just to get it out there that the world's full of bastards and little yappy dogs and hatchet-faced old fucking crones. Plenty of them. At least it didn't bump into Ord. There you go. So there was a plus, a benefit to today's antics. Please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. I'm going to see you all laters. You took a chance on a loser like me, and you never let me down.